Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. I don't want a lot for Christmas. Just for you to mind your business. Why you so worried about me? Don't have no gifts under your tree. Did you not know Christmas was coming? I ain't gotta don't ask for nothing. It's not hard to see. I only bought Christmas gifts for me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. I don't want a lot for Christmas. Just for you to mind your business. Why you so worried about me? Don't have no gifts under your tree. Did you not know Christmas was coming? I ain't gotta don't ask for nothing. It's not hard to see. I only bought Christmas gifts for me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing.
Don't ask for
Don't
nothing.
ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask
Good
for nothing.
morning, everybody.
Don't ask for nothing. Don't
How
ask for
y'all doing
nothing.
this
You
morning?
can't get nothing from me. I don't want a lot for Christmas.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my channel called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwa. It just means queen, baby. Yes, trouble is here. Trouble is here. I'm sorry I'm late. I was trying to put on my necklace. Took a little minute. Okay? Okay? All right. So shout out to the Christy the Christina show, because this woman right here, and she dressed like an old lady, but she's a young beautiful woman, and she is hilarious. Shout out to the Christina show on IG. Now I know she got something on YouTube, but I couldn't find her. Okay, but shout out to her. Okay. um You said I like the Lakers colors. Listen, don't hate on me. Don't hate on me, sir. Don't hate on me early in the morning. Okay? Purple is royalty, baby. Okay? Purple is royalty. Okay? I said what I said. Okay? Purple is royalty, damn it. Don't be trying to clown me. Don't be trying to clown me, Quincy. Okay? Now you just got out of being a cousin. Let's not get sent back to being a cousin, Quincy. Okay? Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Stephen, Quincy, Walker, Mr. He said, how are you? Mr. He said, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you, sir, even if it's just to stop by. Thank you. Okay, I thank you. Trey, what's going on, sir? How are you? Somebody coming to my property. Give me 1 minute, y'all. Hold on.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. Just for you to mind your business. Why you so worried about me? Don't have no gifts under your tree. Did you not know Christmas was coming? I ain't gotta don't ask for nothing. It's not hard to see. I only bought Christmas gifts for me.
forgive me, everybody. So, the house next door, right, has they're doing some work on the house next door because my neighbor, an older woman, she went to glory. She didn't have no children, and she only just had just her husband, and her husband passed away like maybe whew, 10 years ago. Okay, and so when we got here, it's going on 6 years now. When we got here, she was by herself. So she just died like what, maybe 2 years ago. And so now the bank got somebody to buy the property. And so they're doing like all this stuff over here. The house looks beautiful though. They redone everything. It looks amazing. So one of the construction guys was like, "Can I go in your backyard because I see you have a pit bull?" I said, "Yes, but he's locked down, so you can go back there." He said, "I wanted to ask because if he's out there and he start going crazy," and I told the guy, I said, "Yeah, he'll get you because he's really strong. He'll get you." And I told him, "Thank you for coming and tell me." So they have to look, and they're digging up the sewer, the pipe. So they want to make sure that the manhole is clear over here on my side. So I was like, okay, no problem. Hopefully they don't do no crazy stuff to our property, but I don't want to have to go off. But anyway, that's why I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know we would have been into the show already, so I apologize for that. Okay, so let's get into the nonsense. The title of this foolery, okay? The title of this foolery today is Jay-Z lawyer said, "My client ain't friends with Mr. Combs." Do y'all believe that? He said, "My client ain't friends with Mr. Combs." Okay. Now I asked, so far only 10 people voted so far. Do you believe Jay-Z was not friends with Diddy? So 30% say yes, they were not friends. And 70% says no. Okay. So do you believe Jay-Z was not friends with Diddy? Mm-hmm. Okay. So listen, let's get into the nonsense. Hey Mimi, what's up, baby? Let's get into the foolery. Okay, let's get into the foolery. Now we going. I want us to talk about something real quick before we get into. I'm sorry, y'all. That's a video. Before we get into the foolery, I want to say something to y'all. So y'all see how social media is going wild with Travis and his girlfriend, and everybody is acting a fool. I call her Mimi, Mister. He said because she said I can call her by her nickname, so that's why I call her Mimi. So for everybody who wants to know that, because I always call her Mimi, and I know somebody like, oh, why she say that? So yeah, she gave me permission to call her Mimi, okay, because I can't pronounce her name correctly. So I appreciate that, baby. Thank you. So now let's get into the foolery, okay? Okay. Um, check this out. So a lot of people, it's us, it's us. I'm not gonna say a lot of people, it's us, the black community. We are riding Travis, okay? We're riding Travis about how disrespectful his girlfriend is, okay? And from Travis' own mouth, he's been with her 5 years. Okay. Hey Corey Joe, what's going on? He said I'm ninja watching. All right, baby. So he's been with her for 5 years. From his own mouth. That's what he said. Okay? That's what he said. He's been with her for 5 years. So from what she said is that she wasn't interested in him because he was still in high school, allegedly. Okay? Allegedly. So that's why she didn't have any interest in him. Okay? But they've been together 5 years. This is what he said. Okay? So I didn't get this from nowhere. I'm just letting you know this is what he said. So now everybody is upset because she's very disrespectful. You can see she's disrespectful. Okay, but he's been putting up with that. Okay, and now he's a household name, and everybody wants him to correct this girl. Okay, his family knew about this girl. They probably saw the way she behaved. Okay, now from what she's trying to say is that I'm not really nasty like that. I just was upset with him. Okay, because when he was at the meet and greet, that his family was waiting for him, and so she's saying that he took too long with the meet and greet. But this is the thing that the family and her has to understand. When you become a big name household, there is some things that you have to, you got to do. Okay? You have to please your fans as well. You can't just like, oh, I don't want to talk to my fans, or I don't want to be bothered with my fans. So that was one big thing that turned turned crazy. Okay, and she probably just was upset for the fact he left the family, okay, and went and did the meet and greet. But that's what his job is. Also, when he won the award and she didn't get up fast enough, you want to know why she didn't get up fast enough? Did you see anybody else stand up? Did y'all see anybody else stand up? Because I think that's how it's decorum. Okay? It's decorum. There's a way that you do things in here when you get this trophy. Okay? So now you see Deion Sanders, he got up. The mother, because that brown skin caramel chocolate sister that was next to Dion is more than likely his mama, Travis' mama. So Dion pulled her up. Now the camera ain't catch that part, but Dion pulled her up too. And then he tapped the girlfriend to get up too. Okay? So we clowning this young girl. Okay? Now listen to me. I don't agree with her behavior. I don't like it. Okay? The way she's acting towards him, I don't like it. But he's been putting up with it for 5 years. Do you hear what I'm saying? He's been putting up with it for 5 years. Okay? So now Dion tapped the girl to get up. He also tapped the mama and tapped the girl, because I guess it's a type of decorum. They got to behave in that place. They can't get crazy and excited or whatever. So that's what happened. Okay? And she probably was nervous being around all those people too. Okay? Now, only how I found that out is that shout out to Officer Tatum. Okay? Shout out to Officer Tatum because he dissected the video. And I like Officer Tatum. You know, a lot of y'all may not like him, but I like Officer Tatum. So he was in there telling the truth. Okay. So now, one more problem I got with us is that now that this young man has become a household name, okay, this is my opinion. You know, you don't have to agree with me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own mind. This is just my opinion. Okay. Now, the thing is, with this whole nonsense going on and social media is upset and they like he should be with a black girl. I even saw somebody say he should be with Kaya. Okay? He should be with one of our girls. You know what I'm saying? But the question I put out this morning, I did a little statement. Would our girls date him? Would our girls date him? Because I saw a picture of him when he was in high school. So would our girls date him? Because our girls, some of us raise our daughters to have this horrible mindset, you know, that our girls grow up calling our boys ugly. Okay? Our girls grow up calling our boys ugly. Okay? Any brown skinned chocolate boy that grew up and now you're a grown man. No, none of y'all can't tell me that somebody ain't never say you was ugly. Even y'all light-skinned brothers as well. Okay? Y'all have been called ugly before. And we don't know how. This is just my opinion. Everybody can have their own opinion. But this is just me saying, you know what I'm saying? Our girls don't know how to talk. Okay? Our girls don't know how to talk to our young boys. They don't. Now listen to me. I'm not saying the young woman is not guilty of, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying she not guilty. She doesn't know how to treat this young man. She doesn't. And whoever raised her, they raised her wrongly. I'm not sitting up here saying that she's not guilty. Okay? And I pray he makes sure he get a prenup. Cause sister girl, whoever get in her ear, she gonna rake him over the coal. Okay? Let her not drop no baby. It's gonna be a problem. She just gonna run and leave him. I'm not saying she would, but it looks like it. Okay? But back to the story at hand. A lot of girls that probably went to school with him probably called him all types of names because y'all do that. Back in the day, they used to call Wesley Snipes all types of names when he was young growing up. They used to call Wesley Snipes all types of names when he was growing up. Okay? And then once he became famous, they loved it, that dark chocolate. Once he became famous. Even the one who played in Wakanda Forever. What's his name? Michael, okay? Even him when he was growing up, okay? Even him when he was growing up in New Jersey over here, when he was growing up. I think it was Newark. Was it Newark? Yeah. When he grew up in Newark, the girls would clown him. You know what I'm saying? On the way he looked. Oh, he was goofy looking and all this. And now look at him. He looked like an Adonis. Every woman want him because he put some work into himself. Okay? We teach our girls to go for the glitz and glamour. We don't teach them to go for what's going on inside. Okay? We don't teach them about looking at someone inside. Because sometimes the most foxiest woman in the world can have the most demonic heart. Sometimes the most handsomest man in the world can have a demonic heart. All I'm saying is he has to learn. That's all. Because this is the thing. More than likely, Travis have never had some pum pum. Okay? And this woman right here, this young lady, she looked like she fast. She done gave him some pum pum. I'm quite sure they have done all that rodeo together. Okay? So he's smitten by this girl. He's smitten by her. And ain't nobody going to pull this girl away from him until, okay, until he gets hurt. Most men have to experience being hurt, okay, for them to learn. It's sad, but it makes them grow because now they know which woman to go for and which one not to. So he will have to go into the heartache. He will have to for him to know that something is wrong with this woman or this type of woman. Okay? Yes, Quincy said until she gets caught. I believe that too. But no matter how much we scream from the heavens that he should leave this girl, he's not. He's not. They've been together 5 years, and he feels like he's obligated to bring her to the mountaintop. Okay? Even though she doesn't deserve it, because the behavior is nasty. Like, this young man can lose endorsements because of her behavior. If he takes her somewhere and she acts a fool in there. Okay? So I don't want to see them together, but he will have to get hurt by her first for him to let her go. That's the uncomfortable truth. That's the uncomfortable truth. And somebody need to sit her down and teach her how to talk. And somebody needs to sit him down and teach him what a man does and how a man moves. Because I'm going to share something with y'all. Did y'all see the video of the father, right? Jumping around and stuff like that. Did y'all see that video? Okay. Did y'all see the video of the father jumping around? They was watching the son on the TV and stuff like that. Why didn't the father go? Why didn't he go with the mama to this award ceremony? Now, this is allegedly, but what it looked like, they were in a halfway house. I ain't lying. That's what it looked like. They were in a halfway house. Now, this is allegedly. I might be wrong. But that's what it looked like, because no father would want to miss something like that. So more than likely, the state probably wouldn't let him go. Okay? I could be wrong. Yes, that's what I said too. Because the place where they were looked like a halfway house. That's what it looked like to me. And all the men that were around, you ain't see one woman around jumping around. Like if he was at his house, or auntie, mama, sisters, nobody was jumping around. It was all men. So I assumed that that's what it looked like. It was a halfway house. So my thing is that the young man has not been taught how to be a man. He hasn't. He's just picking up bits and pieces as he go along. And so heartache and pain will be one of those bits and pieces he will have to pick up. No matter what no matter what y'all tell him. No matter what content creators speak to him. Okay? So he will have to just learn. Even if Deion Sanders, more than likely Deion sat him down. Okay? He even had Brittany Renner come down to the school and talk to all of those guys. Had Brittany, the top of the top, come to the school and talk to all these young men. And so check this out. Travis don't see his girl in that category. He doesn't. He doesn't see his girl in that category because he said from his own mouth he been with her 5 years. Okay? So now let's continue with the foolery, y'all. Okay? I just wanted to get that out there. I just wanted us to talk about that. Okay? Now let's get to the main event. Okay? This is what Jay-Z lawyer said. Okay? Jay-Z lawyer said this. And I'm going to share something with you. He didn't talk out of the side of his mouth. He must have advised Jay-Z, you will have to come out and make a public statement. Okay? You're going to have to come out and make a public statement. Okay? And so now the lawyer made the statement for him. Okay? So here's the video, y'all. Listen up.
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this. They would make a mockery of a system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset, and he should be upset.
Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything since outlets and internet speculation have tried to affiliate them, he didn't really, in his statement, specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. You go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He is not.
Oops, sorry, y'all. The music is so loud. So what do y'all think? Is it a matter of fiction? Is it a matter of fiction? Were they not friends? Because that's what, they said he said that Jay-Z was not friends with him. That he never been friends with Diddy. Is it a matter of fiction? Because Jay-Z is trying to run away from this man. I don't care what nobody say. Jay-Z is running away from this man. Okay, with gasoline draws on. He is running away from this man. With gasoline draws on. He like, I will not be going down with you. He's like, nah, we ain't never been friends. Okay, I only did business with you. When I came to award ceremonies, we said hello, and that's it. We said hello, and that's it. Okay? So, listen, what y'all think? What y'all think? Jay-Z lawyer said my client ain't friends with Mr. Combs. What y'all think? Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Hi, Bob. How are you? What y'all think? It's crazy. Lost in translation. Oh, good morning, Lost. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. Lost in translation said Jay-Z really don't have a lot of friends. Mm. Mm-mm. Trey said the lawyer lying. All right now. Quincy says it's laughable. Now we all know that they're friends. They did everything together. We all know that part. Okay? We all know that part. But you can go around and say certain people ain't your friends. How can they prove that they friends? You know what I'm saying? That Jay-Z was friends with him. How can they prove that? Okay? Now the lawyer is saying they only had business dealings together. You know, they were, just business only. So if Jay-Z or if Diddy was at, a basketball game and they met each other there, they just had business dealings. It wasn't nothing like, he went back to his house, and I'm laughing about that. He went back to his house. Okay, their children know each other. You know what I'm saying? It was all business. Okay? Okay? Because if we friends, our children know each other. Am I right? We friends. Our children know each other. Okay? I've been to your house. Okay? I vacation with you sometimes. Okay? I've been on a yacht with you sometimes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? We did things together. But Jay-Z, did you not do all those things? But you not friends with this man. That doesn't make sense to me. Good morning, take heed into the chat. Jay Laurent, how are you, sir? It's good to see you. Mm-hmm. Quincy said toasting at them all white parties. That's right. That's right. That's what they was doing. Okay. Law said it was all business. I'll be damned. Jay Laurent said Jay-Z protecting his brand. That's what he doing. He protecting that brand, honey. He protecting that brand. Stanley said, why don't we wait until we have proof? Well, we gonna see. We gonna see. If y'all like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Also donate to the page if you like the content as well. So now, so far, we got 43 votes. And do you believe Jay-Z was not friends with Diddy? 16% say yes. Okay. 84% said no. Quincy said, it's too late for that. Trey said, who needs proof? This ain't a court of law. Oh my God. So this is what it is. That's why I put in the video, run Jay-Z run. Just like, we telling Forrest to run. Okay? Because he like, oh hell no, you going down by yourself. That's it. I had no dealings with you. But most of the people who followed Jay-Z career, like Mr. He said, also Ricky, because I didn't even know he was doing music in the 80s, okay? But most of them and most of y'all who was in the chat said that, he's been doing music. So in the 80s, so y'all know that Jay-Z's a snake. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know he's a snake. So this is nothing new, what he doing and how he turning on Diddy. Because if Diddy, that mean this right here, y'all already know that mean Diddy going down. Diddy going down. For Jay-Z to turn like this, Diddy is going down. And I'm going to share with y'all what he going to go down for. And y'all already know anyway. All this stuff that we hear about these children, all this stuff that we hear about what he did to these women, the R words that they said, he not going down for none of that stuff. He's going down for trafficking. Yeah, he going down for trafficking, and he's going down for racketeering. That's it. That's it. All the other stuff that we talking about on social media, we going wild on social media for that. That's all. That's all. He's not going down for none of that stuff. He's only going down for that racketeering, and trafficking. That is it. I bet you, hands down. I bet you, hands down. Good morning, 18. How are you? It's good to see you. He not going down for anything else. All this stuff we gossiping about in these YouTube streets, he ain't going down for none of that stuff. None of that stuff. I'm telling you right now. We up here just going left and right with each other. This one did this one did that. No, he ain't going down for none of that stuff. He's going down for 2 things that's going to give him jail time. That's it. That is it. So now, Jay-Z lawyer had to be in his ear and say, you're going to have to denounce this guy. No matter what, you're going to have to denounce this guy or you're going to lose everything you got. Because I'm even surprised that the NFL didn't drop him. Like, nah, you done with us. Okay? But they didn't. They didn't. They held on to him. Hey, Ellis, what's up? They held on to him and was like, we're going to keep you. But this was going to have to happen. And so now he had to get that lawyer to do everything he needed him to do and shut down the scandal of the 13-year-old. And I'm going to share something with you. I don't care what none of y'all say. I don't believe that 13-year-old at all. I don't believe that. I don't. She 30-something now, but I do not believe that foolery at all. I'm sorry. I do not believe that foolery at all. Her whole story, the way she talking and everything, and her being artistic. I hope I said that word correctly. Okay? I don't believe anybody will leave a 13-year-old alone to go to the VMA. She has never been in this city before. And for her to go alone, that is the dumbest ish I have ever heard in my life. And then for her friend to drop her off. And I thought it was a 5-hour drive. It's actually a 10-hour drive. It is a 10-hour drive. This is what they said. This is what the lawyer said. It's a 10-hour drive. Who is doing that? Who is doing that? And then her father turns around and picks her up at a nearby gas station at 1:30 or 1:45 in the morning. And then drive all the way back home. The father said, ain't no way. I don't remember nothing like that. A 10-hour drive, he said, I don't remember nothing like that. So even the own daddy, thank God the daddy's still alive. The daddy said, oh no. Now she said her friend dropped her. The friend passed away. But they got the daddy because she done linked the daddy. Thought the daddy probably was going to lie for her. The daddy said, I don't know nothing like that. Hey, Star, good morning. I don't know nothing like that. 18 said, good and darn well, if the daddy picked her up, there would have been some smoke. Of course now, it would have been some smoke back then. It would have been some smoke back then. They wouldn't have waited till she was 30-something years old talking about somebody did something to her. Okay? That does not make sense. Okay? Baby, listen to me. That is my uniqueness, honey. That's how you can tell when people are melanated. It's our nose. That's how you can tell. Okay? Nonsense. Good morning, Messi. How are you? It's good to see. Messi, you've been doing the damn thing over there, Messi. You've been doing the damn thing over there, Messi. Shout out to Messi Mashawn. Guys, please make sure you like and subscribe to Messi Mashawn Live. Content always fire, always smoke, honey. Y'all will love it, honey. Make sure y'all go over there, like and subscribe to her channel. So, listen, let's get into what the lawyer said. Okay, let's get into what the lawyer said. Here we go, y'all. Here we go.
You're trying to evaluate whether something occurred. You have to look at different pieces of the narrative. The location, where it happened, the witnesses, who were they, what did they say, the details. Details are very important, and time. So we start off with the location. And according to their complaint, after approximately 20 minutes, she arrived at a White House with a U-shaped driveway and a gate. There is no such location in New York, 20 minutes from Radio City. It does not exist. There is no such location. We don't know whether they created a location in order to try to get jurisdiction in New York so they could bring this case in New York, or whether they just didn't do their homework. But any New Yorker knows there is no such location.
They didn't do their homework. They didn't do their homework. You know that there's no type of house in New York like that there's enough room for the house to be like that, okay? Now, I don't know how. Maybe they just, she made it up in her mind of how the house looked, or maybe a video he did and the house looked like that or something like that, and so she linked that together in her complaint, okay? Now, I'm going to share something with you. The lawyer who dropped this thing, that started all this foolery, he quiet. You know what he said? Oh, this case was referred to us from another law firm. He need to lose his license. He does. He needs to lose his license. Because anytime you bring charges to the court, you must I'm sorry, y'all, I'm getting a call. You must make sure it's correct first before you bring it to the judge. Make sure that this person, they understand they understand what they're talking about. Where's the red flags at? That is crazy. Okay? You see the red flags, but you're not paying attention because it's Jay-Z and this woman just came out and said it was Jay-Z, or either you coerced, I'm going to say that word wrong. You talked her into saying it was Jay-Z. Okay? Alex, thank you, sir. I appreciate you for the 3-month membership, baby. Thank you so much. You're the first one who donated to the channel this morning. Thank you so much. Here we go, baby. Thank you. One more time for the crowd in the back. All right. So now, they, all this nonsense and just lying, okay, because they're trying to feed a narrative. And you know what I'm saying? It's other ways how we can do this thing. But they said, no, let us lie. Okay? Did they take it? The other one? The other box they took? Okay, thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Just sit that down right there. Thank you, my dear. Don't worry. I'll tell you about it later. Thank you. Sorry, guys. So, that's the uncomfortable truth. He didn't check out this young lady's story. He just ran with it because, oh, this is Jay-Z. And then, he wanted to get some money. You know what I'm saying? This was a shakedown. Now, listen to me. I'm not saying that Jay-Z is not guilty of certain things that we have heard in the street. But let it be the shit that he has really done. You know what I'm saying? If he's guilty of anything, let it be the shit he's really done. Not some made up bullshit. Okay? So let's continue, y'all. I'm sorry for, the interruptions.
This was supposed to have taken place at Mr. Combs' after party, according to them. When you look at the homes associated with Mr. Combs during that period of time, and even not during that period of time, none of them matches. He had a townhouse, he had a house in the Hamptons hours away, and he had homes in New Jersey, but not at that time. None of the homes work, the location doesn't work, because this never happened. And again, when you really bear down on the location and his whereabouts, you quickly realize, because if there's photographic evidence and witnesses are coming forward, that Mr. Carter was at a commercial establishment after the VMAs. He wasn't at a house. Unfortunately for them, they needed to create this house in order to create the narrative.
Yeah.
But he wasn't at a White House that did not exist. And this is a photograph of him at a location after the VMAs.
Commercial, y'all, sorry. Trey says lawyers don't investigate. Second year and paralegals do the work. He needs better people. Okay. So, yeah, Trey, right. That's right. Because the paralegal is writing down everything before you see the lawyer. So Trey is correct. That's right. Green Bean says, take heed. I got a hit up with calls at the time when you are live. It is what it is. Okay. All right. No problem. Guys, listen. The truth is that this is, this is a little nasty what I'm about to say, but all these things that Jay-Z and Diddy has done, they did it in the dark, right? So anytime you do something in the dark, it has to come to the light. And I'm going to share something with you. I don't feel bad for any of the people who partied with Diddy and Jay-Z or whatever. I don't feel bad for them because they knew why they were there. See, it's different when you don't know why you're there. Okay? It's different when you don't know why you're there. But I don't feel bad for none of these people because you chose this life. There's a cost. You have to pay a toll when you want to become famous. If you want to live in riches and gold, you have to pay a toll. Okay? So I don't feel bad about anybody anything unless it was children. Okay? Then the children, yes, that's wrong. Okay? But any of these grown ass adults walking around, you could wash your own ass, okay? Then no. You know what I'm saying? Then no. You know, you know the difference. You know the difference. But when it's children, no. Okay? And another thing too, I'm gonna share something with you. A lot of the parents should be in trouble for a lot of that shit that happened. Because your baby is still a teenager. Why is your child partying with somebody, some grown people, late in the midnight hour? Why are your children partying with grown people late in the midnight hour? That does not make sense. So for the parents who allowed their children to go, you the fool. You the fool. When these kids got some talent and you let your child go around people, grown people, and you're not there. You let your child go to camps that you have never heard of, all because of a record deal, and you are not there. That is the foolish shit I have ever heard. Okay? I never liked that camp shit. I never liked that camp. My kids ain't never do no camp stuff. I never liked that camp stuff. Because in the midst of having riches and fame, your children can lose their innocence. In the midst of you wanting your child to have riches and fame, they can lose their innocence. So I blame the parents that let their children go off and do this nonsense. Kid you, listen to me. I still blame the parents of the young girls who was rocking with R. Kelly. Because you know your baby is shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle and you let your baby go over some grown man house and he ain't got no family in that house. It's only him and his bodyguards in that house. His wife and children were out of that house already. And so you let your grown baby, not grown baby, but teenage child that looked like a Coca-Cola bottle, okay, look like a Coca-Cola bottle, go to this man's house, be all in the name of her being a star. You want her to be a star. When I saw the mama and the daddy of one of the young girls, I was like, oh, I already know what this is. This is some nonsense. I already know what this is. R. Kelly probably was paying this family money giving his family buco money, and then when he got in trouble or he ain't want to pay no more and the girl was grown, now they ready, oh yeah, let's get charges against him, let's do this, let's do that. So all these years you didn't know your baby was sleeping with R. Kelly? Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way. Some of y'all parents need to go to jail. I ain't lying to y'all, because who leaves their child? You still got custody of this girl. You leave your child at a grown man house and ain't nobody watching. All in the name of her trying to become famous. You let your child, because you want your child to become famous, you let them go to some summer camps and stuff. This is stupid. This is stupid. And it's not even a real summer camp. Ain't nobody got credentials or nothing. And you just let your child go stay at somebody's house. Baby, I'll be right there. Hip hop summer camp. Law said hip hop summer camp. I'll be right there, baby. In my hair rollers and nightgown. My child ain't going nowhere. What? What without me? Without me. Late in the midnight hour, y'all wake my child up to do a demo. I'm there too, damn it. I'm there too, in my house gown and my rollers. Sitting right up there watching y'all and watching my baby too. I'll be damned. All in the name of fame. You ain't worry about them babies when they was away at this camp? I was wondering why so fast the mama, first of all, he was with Diddy contract. The year wasn't even up. Because allegedly the mama had to take him to the hospital. He caught something. Okay? And so the year wasn't even up on the contract, because he signed a contract with, I don't know what happened. That contract did a 360 so fast. Probably because the mama said, I'm going to tell everybody what you did to my son. And I'm going to make sure you go to jail. And he hurried up and released that boy. And then all of a sudden, you ain't see Usher no more. Them few hits you saw, you ain't see him no more. He just went back into the limelight. And the mama let him grow up a little bit. And then all of a sudden, you see, boom, Usher come back out. He looked just brand new, like new money. Because now the mama set things right and tried to get this boy to heal. But you could still see something is off. Do you remember that time he had all that? I think he had, was it white or something, or was it red? He had a suit on, and Diddy was touching him like, oh, you look clean in this. You look like new money in this. And Usher just was smiling. Kiki. I blame the parents. I blame the parents for this nonsense. Let's continue, y'all.
Location after the VMAs. So, as we can continue through this, the Jane Doe does not say that the assault happened at a commercial establishment. She can't. That wouldn't make any sense. Yet they stand by it. They double down. They triple down. White House. The White House doesn't exist. And then we get to the witnesses. And I think at the outset, everybody has to remember that in 24 years, not a single witness has ever come forward saying this happened. Quarter of a century. Think about that. She says she's at the party alone, this 13-year-old girl, and she finds herself in the room with the three most famous people at the party. Just think about how unnatural, how little common sense that makes. And according to her, one of the witnesses is a female celebrity who's just standing there watching the repetitive rape of a child. That celebrity does nothing, says nothing, reports nothing. And in fact, they won't even identify her. According to them, there's an adult female in the room watching the rape of a child. They refuse to identify her. So then we continue. And you look and there's celebrities that she says she's mingling with before. Afterwards, she says she runs out of the house naked. None of them notice that. None of them pay any notice. For 24 years, none of them has said anything. And so she's just asked in this interview, she's asked, well, I mean, celebrities are recognizable people. Surely you can tell us one celebrity that was there. Just give us one name so that we know this happened. And she says, okay, Benji Madden was there. And she wants to conjure up religion and say, I'm religious, I remember his tattoo. She looks and remembers so vividly the tattoo and the conversation with Mr. Madden. Well, Mr. Madden wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
He already said he wasn't there. His tour schedule says he wasn't there. And he wasn't there because this never happened.
Right.
None of this ever happened. And you keep going, and you ask yourself, well, who is this complaining witness? She does not come forward with her real name. She proceeds under Jane Doe.
Jane Doe.
There's no report to the police. According to her, she never tells anybody for 24 years.
Oh,
not one person, not alone in the car for 5 hours at home, on her way home. Not one person, not a diary, not a family member, not a friend. Most people, when this happens, there's a need to tell somebody.
Yes.
We call these prompt outcry witnesses. And most complaints like this, people tell somebody. She says nobody for 20.
First of all, her father that was picking her up at 1:45 in the morning, okay? And she sits up there and says she was in the car with her father at this time and she didn't speak a word. What father would allow you to sit in the car for because he's saying 10 or a 5-hour drive. What father would allow you to be quiet like that? What father would allow you to be quiet like that? Okay? Corey Joe, thank you for the $5 super chat. Corey Joe said, take heed, 18. Mr. He said, Mr. She said. Quincy, Melania, Green Beans, Trey, Grace, Mimi, Malik, Lost, Tara, Red Lipstick Vibes, all the mods and the chat. I can't with Corey Joe. He's saying good morning. Hello, everybody. I can't at all. Oh my God, I can't. Good morning, Corey Joe. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you for the $5 super chat, baby. Thank you. So let's continue, y'all. Let's continue. Here we go.
25 years. And then we get to the details. And I want to make sure this is clear. When people make up an account, whether intentionally or their mind is playing tricks on them, they can always get that core part of the story right. They can just keep repeating it over and over and over again. This is what happened, that core part. But they're always going to mess up the details. When something isn't real, when something doesn't happen, you're going to get the details wrong because you weren't really there.
That's true.
And so she starts with her story about her friend that dropped her off. Okay? This drive of over 5 hours, the friend would have had to have gone 10 plus hours to drop her off because she's got to get there. If this is real, she's got to get there. But guess what? This friend of hers, she doesn't get out of the car, right? Think about that. She's just leaving a 13-year-old girl alone in Midtown. She doesn't even want to get out of the car. She came all that.
Okay, so that's where the 10 hours come from. So that means the friend lived 5 hours away to get to her. And then took another 5 hours to get to where the VMAs is, okay? So that's where the 10 comes from, I'm assuming, okay? Let's continue, y'all, let's continue.
There can't be a witness there. She can't have a witness there because this never happened.
I'm sorry, y'all, commercial. Here we go, let's see. Here we go.
You ask yourself, but how did she end up in the car in the first place? And so she creates this story. She says, I snuck out the window, right? But now we know she came from Rochester. So she would have been sneaking out of the window at 3 in the afternoon in the middle of broad daylight. Never heard of such a thing, defies common sense, doesn't make any sense because this never happened. And so she tells this story because she's got to create a way that she gets out of the house and ends up in New York City. And as we keep going here, the friend that implausibly leaves her there, there's then some pressure on that part of the story. This doesn't make any sense. And so the lawyers ask, well, just produce the friend. And so he has to find somebody that can make this work. And of course, as soon as he's pressed, they find somebody who they say is no longer alive. They can't corroborate it, and there's nobody to talk to. Okay, and if we could keep going. Next slide. So she then gets there, right? And she has this vivid tale of watching it on a jumbotron. It's in her complaint. Clear as day. There was no Jumbotron that year. Okay? I don't know whether they were Googling images and found the wrong year. I don't know whether she's just making it up out of whole cloth. There is no Jumbotron. In fact, they didn't even get a permit, according to the police and the city, for the Jumbotron that year. So that didn't happen.
I like Jay-Z lawyer. I like Jay-Z lawyer. It's very rare that you get lawyers who do what they supposed to do. The ones that I have encountered in my life, I had good lawyers, but I like Jay-Z lawyer because the way he breaks it down, he doing a whole conference, a whole news conference, okay, to free his client's name. Ain't that some shit? Let's continue, y'all.
Details are right, because this never happened. If we can keep going. And then she says, I'm knocking on the doors and the windows of limousines and VIPs. Of course, that doesn't work either. If you look at the video, photographs, that whole area was blocked off. We've spoken to numerous people there that were in security. No one could have gotten anywhere near those cars because this never happened.
So now the lawyer is saying he got footage of where the limo cars were and stuff like that, and pictures that these limos, you couldn't get near these limos. They had security around them. They had it taped off. You couldn't get over there. Okay? So how did you get to talk to a limo driver? You know what I'm saying? So the lawyer is going deep. Shout out to Jay-Z lawyer. Shout out to his lawyer, damn it. Good morning, Ricky. How are you? It's good to see you, sir. I decided to live today. How are you, honey? It's good to see you. Let's continue, y'all.
She gets that fact wrong. And you know, the whole story about, of all people, she knocks on Puff's window. 13-year-old girl in Midtown by herself. Just think about that. Think about how illogical that is.
13.
Keep going. Again, this is Eminem performing in the streets. No Jumbotron. All the cars barricaded. Her facts don't check out because this never happened. We keep going. So what ends up happening then, and this is important, is her original account in the original complaint says that at 9:30 or 10, she's told to wait there to get a ride to the after party. Okay? That also doesn't work because there's photographs now of Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter at commercial establishments in New York after the VMAs. So this narrative of at 10 o'clock she ends up at this party can't work. They got caught. So they change it in the amended complaint that there's this multiple drop-off and pickup that lands them at this White House that doesn't exist. So as we continue, this is again her account of trying to change the story into this multiple drop-off period to get them at the house to deal with the fact that there's photographic evidence that that's not where the after party was in the first place. And so as this account continues, you have to look at the timeline. You have to look at the timeline. So there's an old expression that time doesn't lie. Everything else that I'm talking about, these glaring inconsistencies, these are not minor inconsistencies. These are not minor problems with this story. This is utter falsehoods. Time never lies. And so if you look at the time, no matter what, this couldn't have happened. It's not even possible that this happened.
And the lawyer is correct again, because in the beginning, when the so-called lawyer had dropped the complaint against Jay-Z, he put the timestamps on them, okay? And then he found out, oh, I fucked up. The timestamps are not right. So the second one he put out, when he added, now that first one was just, I guess it was against Diddy or something. And the second one, when he did it, he added, it was Jay-Z and Diddy, something like that, some crazy nonsense. But he took the time out, okay? Now, I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but I know in the second one, he took the time out. So it just got the story. It no longer has the time anymore because he knew he was messing up with the time, okay? We all know that the VMAs does not finish at no 9:30, 10 o'clock. We all know that, right? We have sat up and watched awards before, award shows. So we all know they don't end that early. Okay? Let's continue.
This is so important. So again, now that we know that it's a 5-hour drive in each direction, how she gets to the VMAs, okay? We're going to talk in some detail about this White House and whether or not they could have gotten there. And then again, Doe returns home to Rochester, okay? And this is very important. Because she returns home, she has to leave the New York area by 1:30 in the morning at the latest, okay? If you look at any of these White Houses and you look at the closest gas stations that could be to any of these White Houses, you have to leave this White House party by 12:45 in order to get to the gas station at 1:30 to call your father to pick you up to get home to Rochester at 6:30. So remember, she only has till 12:45 for everything that she says to have happened. The VMAs end at after 11. So you're talking about a window of a little more than an hour that this could possibly have happened even by their own account. And she says, during that little bit more than an hour, not only does she get to the house, not only is she inside mingling with celebrities, she has a drink, she's then sexually assaulted in front of an adult female multiple times. She gets out of that, she fights through it, she leaves the house naked, she gets all the way to the gas station. She had 37 minutes to possibly do this. Okay, even under their account. Okay, and of course, the biggest problem perhaps of all is there's photographs putting Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter at different places.
Question: who would not notice a naked Caucasian girl running out somebody's house naked? I say naked one more time. Running out somebody's house at 1 something in the morning or 12 something in the morning. Who would not notice that? Most of the time, what Diddy parties be full, is a lot of people there. Who would not notice this young 13-year-old girl running out of the house booty butt naked? Come on now. Come on now. I'll be damned. It doesn't sound right. It sound crazy. I'll be damned. Okay? Let's continue.
Not in a White House during that 37 minutes. So when I tell you that it's not just that this story is a lie and that it's not true, it's provably, demonstrably false. This never happened. So we talked about this 37 minutes. The earliest, even if we didn't have that establishments. Remember, this is innocence on top of innocence. Even if we didn't have that, according to her, the earliest they could have gotten to the house is 12:11. And the reason for that is, if the VMAs end and the drive is 20 minutes, the driver has to go there, drop them off, come back, pick her up, bring her back. She can't get there. And again, this is lickety-split. This is as fast as is possible, okay? This is no traffic leaving Radio City in Midtown during an awards ceremony. 12:11. She has to leave that white residence by 12:48 in order for her father to pick her up at the gas station. 37 minutes, that's the entire window of opportunity here. So, here again is the timeline, shows the 11:11 VMAs end, the drop-off, the pickup, and the drop-off. Next slide. And again, here we are, you see the 37 minutes, this is the 42 minutes it takes to walk, this is the closest gas station, and this is, remember this is a 13-year-old girl walking, who has issues, who is maybe drugged according to her, who's just been viciously raped multiple times, who was holding her own clothing trying to get to a gas station that she had never been before. Okay? No map, no cell phone, no nothing. Straight line, it's 42 minutes. Okay? The story doesn't work, it doesn't check out. Okay? This never happened. Next slide. These are all the things that they claim happened in that 37 minutes.
37 minutes. All that happened within 37 minutes. Shay, it's good to have you back, baby. I hope everything is well, okay? Thank you for coming today, all right? Also, check this out. I want y'all to understand something. Just like Quincy said, the father don't remember driving nowhere. A 5-hour drive, picking his 13-year-old daughter up at 1:45 in the morning. The father don't even remember this. This would not be something that you could forget in a heartbeat. That you pick your daughter up at 1:45 in the morning. Okay? Thank you, Shay. I appreciate you, baby. That you pick your daughter up at 1:45 in the morning. And then she got in the car, and sat there and didn't say anything to you. This is a Caucasian man. Okay? Picking his daughter up at 1:45 in the morning and he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember. Something is wrong somewhere. Because the first thing he would have thought of would be to call the police and get this child to the hospital. Okay? Because he's wondering, why is she somewhere she's not supposed to be? Because the last time he checked, she was supposed to be in her bedroom sleep. Or the last time he checked, she was supposed to be, because this is what they said, she was at her girlfriend's house, spending the night at her girlfriend's house, a sleepover, allegedly. So where's all this coming from? The daddy doesn't remember she. He doesn't remember nothing. Something is wrong. Here we go.
And 37 is giving them every benefit of the doubt as how long this window could be. Every benefit of the doubt. But here's an even bigger problem. There are photographs of Mr. Carter and Mr. Combs at commercial establishments during the 37 minutes. They're not there. Even if you try to come up with the fastest...
Yeah, when you hear her voice, you immediately know what she is. Y'all heard the video, right? Didn't I play the video a couple days ago? And we found out she has autism or something like that. So, can you imagine? Okay, can you imagine? Let's continue.
Timeline. I'm talking about no traffic, nobody getting in your way at the door, right to the bar kind of timeline. It still doesn't work because they had to leave Radio City. They had to go to the commercial establishments. Mr. Combs is photographed at 2 different commercial establishments with Jennifer Lopez. 2 establishments. They had to go to both of those establishments and get back to the White House. Get back to the White House before she has to leave at 12:30. None of this can work. And in fact, and I think this is very important, you will notice in the photographs that Miss Lopez changes clothing between the 2 events that they go to in New York City. You can see in one photograph she's wearing one outfit and another. So she had to be able to, in this 40-minute window, get to...
Now remember, they allegedly said that, a woman was there. A woman celebrity was there. And at the time, Diddy was with who? He was with her. He was with, Lopez, allegedly. Okay, because we got to say allegedly. We don't want to get sued. Okay? So, can you imagine that Lopez, it only take her about 10 or 15 minutes to change out of an outfit to go to a different party? Can you imagine? Because anybody, y'all see Lopez, she looked like a diva. Ain't no way she took 10, 15 minutes to change out of nothing. Okay? Ain't no way she got to get that hair done, got to get that body resprayed with that gold, you know what I'm saying? Those glitters, all that glitter. Okay? Got to get that body rubbed down real nice. Okay? Fresh shower and everything. And then clothes change. So you telling me it took her 15, 20 minutes because they had to get to this White House, you said, with this gate. They had to get to this White House and this gate to do something to you. Okay? Like, they had to do all this quickly so that they could make sure they got to a house where you were so they can do something to you. That sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? Listen. Zipper, I hear what you're saying. Because ain't no way. And then a friend just drop you off at the VMAs and not stay with you. That is dumb. Let's continue.
Multiple events. They're seen drinking, socializing. She has to change outfits, change her hair, all within 40 minutes to get to that White House.
Ain't no way.
And you're saying to yourself, so that's not possible. You're right, it's not possible.
It's not.
It's because this never happened.
It's not possible. It's not possible. There's no way that that's possible. We talking about we talking about Jenny from the block. She had to change her clothes. And then she has to run to this special house that you at so that they can lay hands on you. Come on now. This does not make sense. But all for money. All for money. Now listen to me. I'm not sitting up here saying that, Jay-Z is innocent from anything that he has done. But let's only get him for the stuff he done. Not for the stuff that he didn't do. That does not make sense. Okay? I just think that, listen, I will not get out here and say that Diddy or Jay-Z is not guilty of the stuff that they have done. You won't hear me say that. But let's only blame them for the stuff that they actually done. Okay? We don't have to add any more bullshit to it, okay?
She kept running until she reached a gas station. A female clerk noticed her, allowed her to use the phone. Plaintiff called her father, admitted that she had lied about her whereabouts. And this is a very small thing, very small. But remember, when you leave house and you're 13, you have to have a story. You either have to sneak out and not have a lie, or you tell your parents a lie. Sort of two options, right? Earlier, she says, well, I didn't tell my parents a lie, I just snuck out the window, right? Here, she says, well, I lied. See, do you know what that means? That means she's lying within her own story. They can't both be true. And I said earlier that no witnesses have come forward in basically a quarter of a century, except for one. Now there's one, her own father, the person who knows her best. And he came forward too. And he said, you know what? This never happened.
It never happened.
This never happened.
It never happened.
And his attention was drawn to it. I feel like I would remember that. They said, but you've got a lot going on. Maybe you forgot this. You've got a lot going on. They told him, listen, you've got a lot going on. Try to see if they pressed him, if he stuck to his story. He said, yeah, I have a lot going on. But that's something that would definitely stick in my mind.
Right.
Of course it would stick in your mind.
5-hour drive.
You drove 10 hours to pick up your 13-year-old daughter in New York City?
He said 10.
It's not something you would forget.
That's nasty.
It's not something that he did forget because this never happened. And of course, just like the friend that couldn't be there at the beginning, you can't have a witness to something that never happened. When asked, well, what did you say to your father in the car? What did you talk about?
She said, I said nothing.
Nothing. She says not a word was spoken. There can't be a...
What father would not, you in your right mind, would not have a whole story to tell your dad? You're just sitting there in the chair and not saying anything to him. I feel a backhand is coming on. You know what I'm saying? Take heed to the message does not support violence. But I feel a backhand is coming on, okay? Because there's no way that I'm picking you up at 1:45 or 1:30 or whatever time the lawyer said, that I'm picking you up from a gas station, okay? My 13-year-old child, I'm picking you up in a gas station, and it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm whooping somebody's ass. That makes sense to me. Now take heed to the message does not support violence, okay? I don't support violence, but I be damned. That shit sounds crazy to me, okay? Let's continue.
Because this never happened. And so, you got to ask yourself what's going on here, right? And you all saw that videotape of her being interviewed in the shadowy room. She's holding a teddy bear. She's talking about her issues, her head trauma. She's been through a lot in her life, you can tell. And so, who took advantage of this? Why are we here? Why is this story getting created? And I'll tell you who took advantage of this.
The lawyer.
This lawyer took advantage of this. That's what's going on here.
That money.
And you can see here, now that this is starting to unravel and the truth is coming out, he's starting to walk away from it. He's saying,
this is what he said.
Sorry, this case was referred to our firm by another firm, so I didn't really check it out, is basically what...
This case was referred to us by another firm. I didn't really check it out. But did you not contact Diddy? I'm sorry. Did you not contact Jay-Z? Did you not contact him and say we need to get this taken care of before it hit the airways? Did you not do that? Why wouldn't you check it out? That doesn't make sense. Before you, oh no, another firm, gave it to us. I have been given to a different firm. I have two. In my past, I have been given to a different firm. But the firm calls me and tells me you have to come down, we have to talk, you have to meet with my clerk and everything like that. And so I have to re-sign everything and talk to them about what happened. And they have to write down everything I said. So something is not right there. Okay? Something is not right there. The truth is, the lawyer made all this nonsense up. And he thought he would get away with it because all the rumors they have flying in the streets about Jay-Z and Diddy messing with minors. That's the uncomfortable truth. Now, I'm not sitting up here saying that they didn't do these things. But this child right here, or so-called child, okay, she wasn't one of them. Okay? Allegedly. Okay, because you got to say allegedly. Because all this is rumors that we hear. This is all allegedly. Okay? Let's continue.
Right? He brings an accusation like this, attacks a man with the integrity of Mr. Carter, and all he has to say for himself now is, well, I didn't really check on it.
I'm not sure if he has integrity, but let's continue.
I got a referral, trying to make a little bit of money, so we just went live with it. Next. Here is again the timeline that he went live with. In the face of this irrefutable, time doesn't lie evidence, he went live with it. And again, it doesn't work. This 37 minutes, it does not work. It does not work because there's photographs. There's photographs. You can find them on the internet of them. They're changing clothes. She's changed clothes. Do you know how long that takes for her to go to 2 events, change clothes, get inside, have drinks? They're socializing. They're not popping into these events.
Because remember, they won awards. So they're excited. They're drinking. They're talking with friends. They're bugging out. So you telling me they stopped in the midst of celebrating the VMAs to go touch this particular, young lady. They stopped all their joyous behavior to go and touch this particular young lady. And so this is where the lie just, you already know this shit don't make sense. And then the daddy done confirmed this shit don't make sense. Okay? This shit don't make sense. I know Jay LaRaw. Jay LaRaw said that's a crooked ass lawyer that think he could get away with that. He did think it. He did think it, and he thought Jay-Z was going to pay him. That's what he thought. Okay? So it's just that, you know what it is? I'm going to share something with you. If I was a celebrity, I wouldn't let nobody that I just got to go and pay out. I wouldn't do that. Now, what Diddy did and how he had to handle Cassie, he had no choice. Cassie know all his demons, okay? He had no choice. But everybody else that's coming for money, baby, they'd be in court with me. I would make sure, you wouldn't get a dime. You wouldn't get nothing. Because all those people, and I know this is nasty what I'm saying, but all those people who assume the position, okay? All those people who assumed the position for Diddy, okay? For Diddy, okay? They were coming to get something. The price of fame, okay? The price of fame is a problem. The price of fame and wealth is a problem. It is not just easy like that. Even in the chitlin circuit, the price of fame is a problem. When we see all these famous icons that we love so much, I want you to understand they had to all pay a toll. The ones we see today, I want you to understand they all paid a toll to get where they are. And I don't care what color you are, they all paid the toll. Okay? Hispanic, Caucasian, Black, Asian. Okay? All these actors, African, all these actors paid a toll. I don't care. All of them had to pay a toll. All of them had to go to parties where the devil reside. All of them had to go to parties where the devil reside. And if they didn't go to those parties, they got blacklisted. So they had no choice because they wanted to become famous. Now, if you wanted to be an average Joe and you wanted to continue on with your life, then you don't go to them parties. I'm just going to do my thing and continue my life. They could have, but they were ready for the fame and the power. So they were ready to pay the toll. Now you got to put in your mind you ready to pay the toll now. Come on now, you got to put in your mind you ready to pay the toll. Because sometimes behind that door, that's right there, that is to your fame, is more than 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 men that you got to go through to get to silver and gold. And this is for the men too. So men and women had to pay this toll and went through God knows how many men or women that they had to go through to get where they are today. This is nothing new. They've been doing this for God knows how long. When you see our stars today, all of them, when you see them, they have paid some tolls, baby. They paid some tolls, honey. Stuff they didn't want to do, but they ain't had no choice. Because they wanted to be famous. The price of fame is dangerous. You hear me? The price of fame is dangerous. I ain't lying to you. The price of fame is something else. Okay? And because we don't understand that, we get up here and we ready to say they ain't had to do it. They ain't had to do it. You right. They ain't had to do it. You so right. They did not have to do it. But they chose to do it. So that's why I don't feel bad for any of these stars or young women and this and that. I don't feel bad for none of them. Even the men too. I don't feel bad for none of y'all. If it's children involved, then yes. Yes, and then I gotta look at the parents sideways that you needed whooped, honey. But take heed to the message to not support violence. But I'll be damned. Let's continue, y'all. Let's continue.
Socializing, they're not popping into these events. To then get back out into the suburbs somewhere in a house that doesn't exist, it's not possible. Actually not possible. He is for sure innocent of this accusation. Next slide.
He said he is for sure innocent about this accusation. If you like the content, please like and subscribe to the page. Donate to the page as well. Okay? If you like the content. So that's just the uncomfortable truth. It's a lot of holes in the story. And because you know that mean green, I have you doing the most foolery in the world.
This accusation. Next slide. But you know, this lawyer, he doesn't care about things like this. The only other person he's brought a complaint against for just mere association, merely being at a Sean Combs party, he's already been wrong about that one too. He had to change that one. If you look at the next slide, he got the year wrong. He said there was a party in the Hamptons. Mr. Combs was in Saint-Tropez at the time. Didn't check out. 2 claims, neither are checking out. If we could keep going. And we have this, individuals calling my office telling me story after story. And, I'm not going to get sidetracked. People think I'm going to start saying, explaining he's a grifter and all these things about him. I'm not here to talk about him more than I need to. But there's people.
No, he's a grifter. He's a grifter. The lawyer don't want to say it, but he's a grifter. Okay. Lost. Who else said it? Who else said it? Jay LaRaw said he's an ambulance chaser. Yes. Shout out to Jay LaRaw. He's an ambulance chaser. Straight up no chaser. I see you. I see you. What you trying to say about me? I see you.
In the office saying, yeah, they were being pressured to say stuff, to say that they were with Mr. Combs. These are affidavits. They're filed in court. This is what you're dealing with here. Next slide. And so this is who took advantage of the woman in the shadowy video. He gives a press conference, 1-800 number, and he claims 2 days after posting that press conference, 2 days, that he has 120 fully vetted plaintiffs, 120. Anybody that does this for real, anyone that knows what they're doing, knows to corroborate, to interrogate, and to be sure about even one person takes weeks. One person. You've got to find out if their story makes sense. Did they really get dropped off?
Did he say that? Naomi, what's up, baby? Did he say that? It takes weeks for you to corroborate a story. Did I say that word right? Corroborate. Nah, I said it wrong. A story. Okay? Okay? He said it takes weeks. But how is it that he was able to just run out? Okay? Okay? How is it he was just able to run out like that? Run out the gate and say, oh, no, this is Jay-Z. Jay-Z did this. Okay? Jay-Z said this.
They even check out. Is there corroboration? Are there any witnesses? It takes weeks for one. He had 120 in 2 days. When he files these cases, he doesn't even enter his notice of appearance. He just has some other lawyer file them. He holds these press conferences. He says, listen, anybody out there, just call the 1-800 number. If you can put yourself anywhere near a Sean Combs party at any point, we can go after the other celebrities there. We can make money together.
Wow.
Just call the 1-800 number. That's all you need to do. And then we'll send a letter to the celebrity. They're not going to want to have this in the public light. And they're going to be shaken down and they'll send us money. So just call the number. And Mr. Carter said no. He said, it's not going to happen anymore. I'm going to put my foot down. And that's what he did. And I would urge any other celebrity that's being shaken down right now to do the same thing and to stand with truth. None of this ever happened. And what this 1-800 lawyer is doing, he's taking the justice away from this. He's destroying this opportunity and the voices of real victims. And it's got to end. So, are there any questions? Yes.
One question.
Sure.
So for the people that are calling your office, I'm assuming if it's not dismissed, like worst case scenario, you guys move forward to try and show that everything that you just told us, what evidence are you guys submitting other than the accounts they're giving you over the phone? Like, or do any of those people calling you have like emails between them and BuzzFeed or text conversations where they're encouraging this stuff?
Yeah, so let me divide that question into two if I can. We expect the case to be dismissed. If it's not, eventually this will all crumble because it can't possibly have happened mathematically. You don't even need witnesses. They don't have any witnesses because this never happened, and you don't need witnesses because the time doesn't work. You know, just there's literally photographic evidence that proves that this could not have happened. In terms of what's going to happen to Mr. Busby for this racket and everything else going on, time will tell. But this is how things unravel. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Who is Lex Intelligence, and has your firm ever hired them in connection with Tony Busby to investigate Tony Busby as he's alleged?
I don't know that firm, don't know those people, and the answer is no.
So this might just be an extension of the first question, but you said that there were people calling saying they were being pressured to say that they were with Mr. Combs. Can you elaborate on that, please? Are they calling you to say that they're being pressured?
Yeah, there was a witness that came forward that contacted my office. And submitted an affidavit in court regarding this that accounted for what occurred on that day, which was they called the Busby firm, they said they had an inquiry. The inquiry had nothing to do with Mr. Combs, Mr. Carter, or any of this. And the
Miss Straight Up No Chaser, I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna block you today. I'm gonna block you. Why you gotta clown me like that? I see what you wrote in the chat. Why you gotta clown me like that? Take heed, took that class. Why? First of all, I never liked when the pastor used to push you down. Why I took the class? Oh my God, here we go.
Busby firm said, well, why don't we try to push this in the direction of the Combs case? That's a better decision in sum and substance. That's a better way to go here. This individual refused to do that, contacted my office and signed them, and then an affidavit was submitted to court. Yes?
You mentioned the letters that Busby's been sending out to unnamed celebrities in relation to these Combs lawsuits. What were your interactions on behalf of Mr. Carter before he was renamed to the amended complaint?
Well, after the letter was received, we obviously knew this was completely false and we weren't going to be shaken down, so the efforts were nothing because there was nothing to discuss in any meaningful way.
Do you know who the Jane Doe is, like her actual identity? Has there been like research into that on your end?
Yeah, because it's a fair question. Because she's been blacked out in the video and because a court has not unmasked her in court, I'm not going to get into her identity. You will notice that I did not get into some of her issues. I don't want to. It's really.
Now he said he don't want to get into her identity and stuff like that. But the tone of where she talks, you can tell she's Caucasian. Just the way she talks, you can tell. Also with her having autism, okay? We all know something is not right with this story because she didn't just get autism. She had autism when she was young. So this is like a slap in the face of parents who have children that have autism, because parents that have children that have autism, they would never leave their baby like that. They wouldn't. Okay, they would not. They wouldn't just leave their child with anybody. They wouldn't just, how did the father not ask her any questions? She said she just sat in the car at 1:45 in the morning or 1:30 something in the morning with her dad and didn't answer any questions. Okay, that doesn't sound right. A child that's artistic and we not calling the popo. The parents didn't notice that she wasn't in the room. Every parent always sneak in and look at their child real quick. You crack the door open just a little bit. They crack the door just a little bit to see if the child is still asleep. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even though the child is big, you go in and you touch the child to see if the child is still breathing. Most parents still do that. You go in the room, you just, or sometimes you just look, Especially, listen, every parent does this. They look to make sure the child is still there. And I don't know why. It doesn't matter what color they are. Parents do it. So there's no way that they didn't go in and check and see. And then, the alarm was raised that the child was not there. Where was the police? You know what I'm saying? That's how you know this shit don't sound right. But let's continue.
In many respects, and I don't want to get into that, so I'm not going to unmask her here today.
Has the accuser tried to reach out to Mr. Carter before, or any of his camp or anyone?
Not to my knowledge.
He said, not to my knowledge. She didn't try to reach out to nobody, not to my knowledge, he said. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. The love of money, honey. The love of money.
Not to my knowledge. Yes.
Busby indicated that there was a second alleged victim. Has he given any notice that he's pursuing that claim as well?
No, and I would hope not after what's going on here. Yes.
You mentioned in your recent filing on this docket that you were intending to file a motion to dismiss. What's the timeline on that? Are you working on that?
Yeah, so we did file a motion to dismiss the day after this was filed.
Okay.
The Rule 11 letter, which basically says that a lawyer is not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to not vet a claim and file a false claim in court where it needs to come down. The way that works, and it's a little technical, is that the court has to allow you to file faster than you should otherwise be allowed to file. So we are hopeful that the court will respond today, and we will file that. If not, there are other things that we're going to do to bring the truth to light. Are there any other questions? Yes.
Are there any witnesses who will be corroborating Mr. Carter's testimony that he was not there that night? Or is that sort of what you're hinting at, that if necessary, you will provide those people?
Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Why would Mr. Carter need witnesses about him not being somewhere at this certain time at night when there is video footage, when there is pictures, when there's video surveillance of the vehicles and all that other stuff? I think that's what the lawyer is trying to say. Okay, the lawyer is trying to break it down. Okay, and they talking about he need witnesses. Okay, but anyway, he got a witness anyway. He got everybody who was at Love It. I think that's the Love It of Lotus. Okay, he got everybody who saw him at Lotus. Okay, but anyway, let's continue.
It's something that never happened. I mean, there are dozens and dozens of people that are going to say there was no party at the White House, that put all of these celebrities where they're already put in photographs in different places, not at a White House. Remember, according to her, all three of these people, I mean, you all have seen the photographs, I mean, on the internet, and I just showed you some. All three of these people would have had to have been at this White House together, alone in a room. Just think about that. Alone in a room with this 13-year-old girl at exactly the time that they're in commercial establishments. So I mean, there's no proof better than time. But of course, there are going to be people that are going to say that they were all out last night and nowhere near a White House, and they went to an after party at a commercial establishment. This is all fantasy.
Right.
If this case is dismissed after that, or you guys decided definitely to follow anything, admission or defamation lawsuit?
This issue with a lawyer taking advantage of the situation is going to be dealt with. I can assure you. And I think sort of stay tuned. I think the first thing today was to make sure that everybody understands. This is not an account of inconsistencies. I wanted everybody to understand that this never happened. This is completely false. And then we'll move forward from there. Yes.
What is Mr. Carter's account of that night? Does he say he was at multiple locations, just that nightclub, the Lotus nightclub that he was photographed at?
Yeah, so I'm not going to get into sort of privileged communications and talk too much about that, but I will say that he was not at any house or any location. They were in New York City. They were at commercial establishments with lots of people around. And this is obviously completely false.
How's Mr. Combs feeling?
He's upset. He's upset that somebody would be allowed to do this. They would make a mockery of the system like this. He's upset that this distracts and dissuades real victims from coming forward. He's upset that his kids and his family have to deal with this. He's upset, and he should be upset.
Is your firm investigating Busby talking to people around him as he's alleged in some of his legal suit, in his suit against Gwen Emanuel?
Yeah, that suit went nowhere, as you saw. And what happens when people bring frivolous cases and run rackets like this is, of course, we're asking questions. I've got people contacting my office telling me chapter and verse about him. So we don't shut off the phone lines. I'm listening because I'm trying to figure out how this is allowed to proceed like this.
I know, that's right.
Yes.
He posted a photo on his Instagram of 3 men at a door of his client, suggesting that investigators came and said that they would pay $1,000 for plaintiffs to file a suit against him. I mean, do you have any connection to those men that he photographed? Do those men have any connection to Gwen Emanuel?
Zero. Okay, I don't know whether it's completely false or not, but zero connection to those people. Have no idea what that is. Don't know whether he made it up out of whole cloth. Don't know if he's trying to distract from what he's under now. But no, there's no truth to that. Anything else?
Sorry. Will Mr. Carter say anything more specifically about Mr. Combs? He didn't really address him in his statement, but anything.
This is the part I need y'all to listen to. So we went through all that chucking and jiving, okay? The truth was there. So we went through all the truth that the lawyer got to. And this is the part I need y'all to really listen to, okay? So everybody in the chat, this is the part I need y'all to listen to. And how Jay-Z said, oh, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to this one. Let's get to it and we done.
And internet speculation have tried to affiliate the two of them. He didn't really, in his statement, specifically say anything about any of the allegations.
I mean, Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. If you go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say. Yes?
In the original filing.
Now, y'all heard that, right? He said they only had a professional level. They have never been friends. You hear that, right? So, in order for this lawyer to say those things, Jay-Z got to approve that that lawyer could say that. Okay? So, that's what I wanted to tell y'all, how Jay-Z just threw Diddy like we ain't even rocking no more. You know what I'm saying? You going down, baby. You going down by your damn self. Okay? Okay, that's why Jay-Z ain't never even reach out to Diddy at all while Diddy in prison. That's why allegedly, Diddy had a conversation with his son, and he trying to like talk in code to his son and ask his son, "Oh, did Jay reach out?" And the son said, "Nah, I ain't hear nothing from Jay." And then he said, "I knew that so and so was gonna do all that." Yeah. So okay, you knew. But yet you did nonsense with him. You knew. So it is what it is. That's why I tell y'all, be mindful who you call your friend. Be mindful of who you call your friend. Because when shit hit the fan, I don't know you no more. I don't know you no more. You hear me? I don't know you no more. I don't have time to be dealing with you. I don't know you no more. Okay? I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back. And we gonna close out.
I don't want a lot for Christmas, just for you to mind your business. Why you so worried about me? Don't have no gifts under your tree. Did you not know Christmas was coming? I ain't got it, don't ask for nothing. It's not hard to see. I only bought Christmas gifts for me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. I don't want a lot for Christmas, just for you to mind your business. Why you so worried about me? Don't have no gifts under your tree. Did you not know Christmas was coming? I ain't got it, don't ask for nothing. It's not hard to see. I only bought Christmas gifts for me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas was coming. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You can't get nothing from me. I don't want a lot for Christmas, just for you to mind your business. Why you so worried about me? Don't have no gifts under your tree. Did you not know Christmas was coming? I ain't got it, don't ask for nothing. It's not hard to see. I only bought Christmas gifts for me.
So, guys, that's it. That's it. That is it. We done for the day. That's it. So I just wanted us to get deep with that and find out what was the real truth and what was not the truth. Okay, so we are we're done for today. But before I go, I want y'all to hear the young woman who accused Jay-Z. Well, she's 30 now. I want y'all to hear her. Okay. Y'all let me know. Okay. I want y'all to hear her. If I'm right, if I landed it right, that she's Caucasian, I want y'all to hear what she said.
Be a voice. Always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today? Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet, but it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone? No, you should always advocate for yourself.
So they asked her, you weren't scared to be out alone. Listen, 38 years old. She has one baby now, okay? And so she sat up here and coerced with this lawyer that this happened to her. Now, did I land it well? It sound like a Caucasian young lady, right? It sound like a Caucasian lady, right? I know I landed it well. That's what she sound like. So, listen, I'm done. Everybody, y'all have a wonderful day. Okay, y'all take heed to the message. And we finishing the voting. We tallying it up right now. We're done. Okay? So, do you believe Jay-Z was not friends with Diddy? So, 19% said yes, they were not friends. And 81% said no. I don't believe it. So we're ending it, okay? Okay, we're ending it. Thank you, everybody, for voting, okay? If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate through Cash App, through Venmo, through Super Chat right now, okay? Also, you can shop with us. Our family business is called ubmrexfashion.com. The links are in my bio. So we also have the link for Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay. Okay? And then the main website, ubmrexfashion.com. Okay? So if you shop with our main site, okay, the prices are much cheaper. If you shop with one of the sister websites, the prices are a little higher because we have to pay a fee. Also, if you want to shop merch, scroll to the top of the page and you will see shop or store. Okay? If you're interested, you will see shop or store. And they got hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, book bags, all that good stuff. And y'all can check it out. Okay? Much love to y'all all. Everybody have a wonderful day. Thank you to all my moms that showed up. Thank you to all my followers who came and rocked with me today. I appreciate y'all. I know it's a little crazy seeing this loudmouth heifer every morning, but I appreciate y'all for coming to rock with me. You feel me? I appreciate y'all for coming to rock with me. Even my troublemakers. Thank you so much, y'all. And everybody, y'all be safe, okay? And God willing, I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Before y'all leave, please hit that like button, okay, before you go. All right? Much love to you all. Everybody be safe, baby. Everybody be safe, okay? I
don't want a lot for Christmas, just for you to mind your business. Why you so worried about me? Don't have no gifts under your tree. Did you not know Christmas was coming? I ain't got it, don't ask for nothing. It's not hard to see. I only bought
Christmas
gifts for
She tore that up, didn't she?
Don't ask for nothing. Don't ask for nothing. You knew. Don't ask for nothing. You knew Christmas Don't